Hey team, welcome to the December team meeting. Happy to have you guys all on the team. Keep doing what you're doing. We're doing great. I just want to run through some stuff real quick and get everybody caught up on what's going on. Coming up, we have the IntelliHot repairs. We have 3 new heat exchangers that are coming in. We are getting those for free from IntelliHot because we've been having so many issues. And I am trying to get these repairs done as quickly as we can. Right now we are running on 8 out of 12 heat exchangers. One of them is not broken, it's just got blower issues and things. So all that's gonna get fixed as soon as we can. Stenger got back to me yesterday. They just received the parts that they need for the basin heaters and for the inlet shield panels that go around the cooling tower. Those repairs will be made in the next week or two. Please watch the cooling tower range at the plate and frame, guys. The temps, the range is posted on there. Let's just try to modulate that fan speed up and down to keep it in the right range. I did ask Nalco about antifreeze or something to like glycol type situation. They said it doesn't really work that well on the blowdown for the cooling tower. We would have to put tons of it in there to keep things from freezing up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Everybody be aware of cold areas of the building. Please be constantly aware of temperatures as you're walking around. As you guys know, we don't really have thermostatic control, so we are all walking thermostats. So let's just, since we've turned the chiller off, it's really going to limit our AC capability, so it shouldn't be as much of an issue. Getting spaces too cold, but still be mindful of it. Let's keep tracking the HVAC issues up in the guest rooms. You guys are doing great on that. As we keep discovering things, keep writing them down. We have $40,000 in 2025 to spend on 80 room issues. So we're gonna try to put our money in the best, most strategic places possible if we can on that. GXP, our service order system, is gonna launch soon. We're going to go back to having devices, the iPhones, the iPads. We will have to be logging into those daily with our EID numbers, and our service orders will be delivered from the front desk and from housekeeping to our devices, as well as communicated on the relays. We just need to get more of a paper trail of all the things that we're repairing and completing, and a little more accountability, a little more front desk being able to see what's still open, what's still closed, and housekeeping is just going to help improve processes across the board. So we're going to play a big part of that, and we all have to commit to that. So more to come on that. Also, I'm working on a chore schedule right now that's just going to be a weekly generic chore schedule of all the reoccurring things that we need to be taking care of regularly around here, what shift it's assigned to, and we need to be executing those things weekly. Just get into the routine. When you come in on a Saturday or on a Tuesday or whatever, this needs to happen, and we'll get a little more automated with how we're taking care of things. So next section here is for improvement. So please don't be using the cooling in any of the meeting spaces unless it's absolutely necessary. We're going to try to be proactive about not letting things get too hot in those areas, but we need to make sure we're not turning on air conditioning and then forgetting to communicate or getting off shift and having rooms get too cold, because that has happened recently, and we did have to refund the guests. So just try to be mindful of that. If we're using AC for any reason, set a timer. Just be mindful, and let's make sure that we get it shut off and we're staying in range. So fire panel training, I did put some videos on YouTube for you guys. We had a fire alarm recently, and I just want to make sure everybody understands how to reset the panel, how to get the strobes and things turned off, and that's all on the video. Continue to let me know parts we need proactively. I noticed the other day, I was just kind of digging around, I noticed the door batteries, we only had 5 or 6 left. I got more ordered, but things like that, if you guys are noticing we're getting down low, let me know. I mean, you guys usually do, but let's continue, let me know so we don't run out of stuff. Continue to stay organized, as we're moving forward. I want to keep improving all of our spaces, our boiler rooms, our mechanical rooms, our shop. And in order to do that, we need to establish some processes and keep them going. So things like, all the snail fans and the dehumidifiers. At one time, we had them in the electrical room back here, and at present moment, they're kind of scattered around. So it's not a big deal, but just things like that. Let's continue to put things back where they belong, and stay organized with tools and just everything, parts. So as we get into the colder overnight temps, I'm going to communicate this with banquets, with the front desk. Brandon and I had a good chat about this, but we are going to start trying to utilize some of the ballroom heat and the Four Winds heat, whatever we can do to improve the foyer or the greenhouse hallway, pre-function hallway temp. As we all know, that's one of the coldest areas of the building. As we get into these lower temps, we're going to start opening the corner doors on the meeting spaces, kind of on the corners of the big ballroom, maybe a couple down the hallway, a couple doors on Four Winds. And as they're running in heat overnight, hopefully we can push some heat and just sort of mix the air in that entire section of the building to keep things as warm as possible. We did improve the heat on the 2 public restrooms by Zephyr. It's getting in the 60s, 70s when we're getting down in the 20s and 30s. So keep an eye on that area. You guys know that's been a problem in the past. Let's just make sure that area is not getting too cold. The parking gate continues to be something we need to improve on. I post the schedule, guys, on the weekly game plan on the dry erase board. I try to highlight when the parking gate needs to be put up and down. We're doing pretty good, but just continue trying to pay attention to that, because I've been getting some little bit of bad feedback from people saying, hey, you're not even paying attention to that. So let's just try to improve that. When we get GXP, the service order system going, I'll be probably creating work orders or quick little service calls to prompt us to put the gates up and down. So it'll help as soon as we can get the service order system launched as well. Continue improving on taking lunch breaks. I'm still seeing guys getting into an hour of overtime each week or more. That goes up the ladder to people above me saying, hey, why are these guys getting OT if we're not in a situation where we really are in demand for that? So I know I've said in the past, if you're working by yourself and it's justified, don't take your lunch, but it's being exploited at this point, a little bit out of control. So please take your lunch breaks. This is a final mention, and we're going to have to start having some private individual conversations about why you're not clocking out if it's a problem for you. So please take this seriously. Another thing, guys, if you have a project that's assigned to you, something to troubleshoot or try to assess, let me know what parts we need or whatever. Please see that project through. I have guys, I say, hey, can you figure out what needs to happen to make this work? And, I expect you guys are professionals at what you do. You should be able to go look at something and say, yeah, we need this part, get it ordered. I need you guys to see that through. Let me know what we need, and let's make the repair all the way to the end. Don't go take kind of a look at it and then get busy and forget about it, and projects fall to the wayside. If you're assigned something, please own it, get it knocked out, or see it through. Make sure I'm getting the parts ordered. I'd appreciate it. So the radio charging seems to have improved since we got the new charging station. Keep plugging them in, helping out the guys on the next shift. I want to tell everybody, you're all doing a great job kind of staying cohesive with all the other departments in the hotel. I appreciate you guys all being personable guys and being able to communicate and be nice to everybody and work together. So continue to do that. Got some important dates in December 19th. Happy 1-year anniversary to Powell. Saeed's birthday is on December 20th. So happy birthday, Saeed. And then, of course, Christmas and New Year. Hope everybody gets some time with their family, gets some rest, And we're gonna have a big January around here, and we got a lot of business on the books for 2025. So everybody just kind of recharge your batteries and know that we got some big things coming down the pike here for us. So forward looking, we have, I just want to point out a couple things to follow, for next year early. We don't have Panasonic for January, February, or March. So their projects have gotten delayed and pushed back enough to where they went ahead and told us they wouldn't even be here for the first quarter of next year. I think after March, we'll get them back. We'll be back up to 20, 30 rooms on 7th floor again. But in the meantime, we won't have to fuss with the Panasonic stuff for a few months after the first of the year. And no news on the new GM situation yet. Ken came and visited us for a couple days, and we have heard no news regarding any sort of GM anything. So right now, Zach Alft is still floating around as our interim GM, kind of filling in. If we need anything from him, he's around. But I'll keep you guys posted on the new leadership situation as it unfolds. So you guys are doing great. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And let's all stay committed. Let's all stay focused, and let's continue to have good results. Thanks.